I mean, let me get a drink first, guys. Let me get a drink first. You know what I mean? Got a nice drink in me first, okay? We are live, guys, with another fight night predictions, okay? Got to keep this winning streak going. I wrote down my record. I am 29 and 23 as it stands for 2025 with a winning record, okay? A winning record right now. 29 and 23. All right. Uh hey, decent record right now. We are over 500. We are pulling away and let's put more W's on the win column, shall we? But this is a good UFC fight night, all right? We got a lot of action in this one, okay? A lot of action in this one. Headliner for this one is Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez fighting out of Deerfield, Florida, I believe. He's 32 years old, still young. But we're going to start at the bottom, guys. We're going to start at the bottom. Hold on a second. Man, that tastes so good. That tastes so good. All right, guys. UFC fight predictions. I like to make these quick. You already know how I do. I like to make these really, really quick, just for you guys. Could put your betting odds out there, and put some money down. You know what I mean? If you like to do that and you like to bet your rent money, go right ahead, guys. Go right ahead. But look, guys, let's start right here. We got Juliana Avila versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti? Cavalcanti? Jacqueline Cavalcanti. All right, we got Jacqueline versus Julia Avila, okay? And look, guys, this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good fight. We got number 12 versus number 13. I ultimately have Jacqueline, you know what I mean, winning this fight. Now, I don't know how she wins this fight specifically, but I am picking Jacqueline. I think she'll continue her her streak right now. And you know what? I'm gonna go with Jacqueline. That's my pick right there, guys, for that fight. Okay. UFC fight predictions for Fight Night, guys. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Next fight is Dantele Mays versus Walter Walker. All right, guys. How you doing, guys? Chilling, man. This is my UFC fight predictions, okay? Trying to put money in your pockets if you're a betting man and you bet your house money, okay? If you're a betting man, this is the channel to be. I'm going to put some money in your pockets, okay? How you doing, guys? How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one this Monday night, okay? Monday night is closing in into Tuesday, all right? Hopefully you're having a good start of your week. And, yeah, guys, first fight, I do pick Jacqueline, okay? Now, the second fight, we got Mays versus Walter Walker. All right, let me see who I did pick. Let me look at my notes really fast here. I did pick Walter Walker to win this fight, guys. Okay, I did pick Walter Walker to win this fight. I think he goes in there and he potentially TKOs Mays. That's my opinion. I think he goes in there, knocks him out. Maybe early in the first or early in the second, guys. But I do pick Walter Walker to win this fight, guys. Okay, moving on to the next one, guys. We got Vince Morales versus Elijah Smith. Now, this is gonna be a good fight. You know what I mean? Vince Morales, he's like he wins one, he loses one, then he wins one, then he loses one. He's like kind of a he's up and down sometimes. He's up and down. He hasn't really gotten a really strong winning streak where he could win, 3, 4 in a row. Yeah, man, no more beard, man. I had to let it go. If you watch my my past UFC videos as of recent, I did have an event this weekend to go to. Saturday night was a big event for me, and I had to look appropriate. I had to look sharp. All right, so I went ahead and got a haircut. Okay, got rid of the beard. And I put on a pink button-up, all right, and some black slacks, and some nice Air Force Ones that matched my pink button-down. I looked sharp as shit. I was getting so many compliments from everybody. Everybody was surprised, but it was a great event. a great night, and I had a great time. I really had a great time, man. I like to see Pereira and Izzy are trained together. Very respect. How you doing, Brittany? Hopefully you're having a good one. And yeah, I agree, man. Hopefully they do train together. I see what they're not gonna fight each other, anytime soon. They fought each other enough. So a good training session for the both of them would be, really, really good. But guys, let's go back to the fight predictions. All right, we got Morales versus Elijah Smith. And like I said, Morales, he's up and down. So, with Elijah Smith, I have confidence. I have faith with him. He is on a winning streak. So I had to pick Elijah Smith to win this fight. Now, let me look at my notes really fast. Let me just make sure I am correct. Elijah Smith, yeah. I did pick Elijah Smith to win this just because he is on a winning streak. He is hot right now, and he's not up and down like Morales. So I'm going with Elijah Smith with that one. I don't know how he wins, but I do pick him to win it, guys. Now, the next fight of the night is Gabriel Bonfin versus Williams. All right, I'm not gonna say his first name, but we got Gabriel versus Williams. Okay, Alex asked Izzy, we will see extend the branch. Yeah, man, that's amazing, man. That's awesome. Thoughts on Indian Prodigy getting his ass folded this weekend? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I want to say he got his ass folded, right? He got caught. Unfortunately, he fell down. He covered up. A lot of people are saying early stoppage. I don't think it was an early stoppage. I think he got caught. He got dropped. He went to go protect himself. He did try to go for, a double leg takedown afterwards, but by then the referee was pulling them off of each other. So, yeah. But let's get back to this. We got Gabriel versus Williams. This is going to be a banger right here. A lot of people think that, Gabriel, I mean, everybody that I talked to said that Gabriel is going to win. They think Gabriel is going to win because, he does have a high percentage of win submissions. When he gets the fight to the ground, he's able to win the fight 75% of the chance, 75% of the time. And that's a very, very high percentage. Okay, very, very high percentage. So that means, more than half of the time when the fight hits the ground, he's going to look for the finish. And most of the time, 75% of the time, he is going to finish you. Okay, and that's huge, huge, win percentage by submission. Okay, but I believe in Williams. Okay, every time I see Williams, he goes in there. It's always a good fight. It's always a barn burner. Yeah, he's not looking for the takedown. It's a striking affair when it comes to Mr. Williams. I'm gonna have to, live my life on the edge with this one, guys. I'm gonna live my life on the edge with this one. And look, I like Gabriel's percentage and his, submission rates and whatnot. 75%, that's huge. But I'm gonna give it to Williams, man. All right, I'm gonna live my life on the edge. All right, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go with Mr. Williams just because, every time he goes in there, he has ill intentions. He's not looking for no submissions. He's not looking for any submissions. He's looking to take your fucking head clean off, okay, and put your head in the third row of the fucking arena. So I'm going to have to pick Williams to take this one. I think every fight starts standing up. And I think Gabriel, yes, he's going to look for the takedown, but I think Williams would do a phenomenal job of staying on his feet and looking for the finish. And I think he will. I think he will finish Gabriel. And it'll be an outstanding fight, guys, okay? Now, next fight, guys, we got Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar, okay? Let me get a drink real fast before I give you this one, guys. But what about Ismail Jubilee? What about him, guys? What about him? But let's get back to my fight predictions right now. We got Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar. All right. Look, I don't like the name Aguilar, and I don't like somebody, calling themselves Jesus. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to pick Rafael Estevam. Let me make sure I did pick him on my notes. I always like to look at my notes. Yeah, Rafael Estevam. I'm gonna have to pick Rafael Estevam for this one, guys. I just think that he's gonna go in there. I know for a fact Aguilar is going to go in there and try to make it a striking offense, but I'm going to go for Rafael Estevam. I think he gets the finish. I don't know what particular round, but I think he will. Whether it's submission or is a striking offense, I think Rafael Estevam could beat Jesus Aguilar. So I'm picking Rafael Estevam for that fight, guys. All right, going to the next one, guys. We got Jared Gordon versus Fernandez, okay? I like Fernandez. I do like him. I do believe he's gonna be, a good fight for Jared Gordon. But that's all he's gonna bring is a good fight to Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon he's been showing, phenomenal leaps in his abilities. I I just say Jared Gordon has more experience in the octagon, more time in the octagon with higher level guys. So on this fight, guys, I'm going with Jared Gordon for this one. That's my fight prediction. Jared Gordon will beat Fernandez. I don't know if he'll win, by, knockout or submission, but I do have him winning. And he can win any way he wants in my behalf. He can win any way he wants. So my prediction is Jared Gordon will take this fight, guys. All right, this one was a hard one. The next one is a hard one for me, guys. The next one is a hard... Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so go ahead and do it, all right? It takes minimal effort, so go ahead and do it. Give me that thumbs up, all right? And don't forget to click that bell notification. It keeps us all connected. I'm trying to build this community as strong as possible, okay? I'm trying to be in a consensus with everybody, all right? Let me get a drink right here. Love it. But, guys, this one was a hard one for me. You know what I mean? I almost dropped a tear making this fight prediction here because I'm a fan of Angela Hill. Huge, huge fan of Angela Hill. I've been watching Angela Hill since The Ultimate Fighter, guys. She's been around for a long, long time, okay? It's hard. It's really hard to pick against Angela Hill, man. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of her. I follow her on Twitter. She has her new podcast. She's very entertaining. She is funny. I love Angela Hill, man. I love her. I'm a fan. But I have to be truthful when I'm making these fight predictions, especially when people are putting money on the line. People are putting money on the line. They're putting their rent money on the line. So when people do that and they hit me up and say, yo, you made me double up, I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? So it was hard to pick this one, Angela Hill versus Kenlin Souza. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're having a good one, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Ketlin. I'm gonna have to pick Ketlin for this fight. Like I said, it's a hard one for me because Angela Hill, I'm a huge fan of her, but I'm gonna have to pick Ketlin to take this one. All right, Ketlin has, in my opinion, she is on a winning streak, and she's gotten knockouts in situations where I actually thought she was gonna lose. You know what I mean? And I'm impressed. I'm impressed with her. Excuse me, guys. I'm impressed with her ability to stay calm in the octagon, even when, situation arises. And I'm also surprised at her abilities with her hands. She has great hands. She has an ability to knock out her opponents. She hits really, really hard. So I'm going to have to go with Ketlin for this one. I really hope she doesn't knock out Angela Hill. I hope Angela Hill gives her a good test. But I think Ketlin would take this fight, man. And if I had to pick someone, you know what I mean, to put my rent money on, I'm going to have to say Ketlin, okay? It was very hard. I almost dropped a tear. I'm sorry, Angela Hill. If you see my videos, I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan of you, but I have to be truthful, and I think Ketlin is going to go in there, and I think she's going to win this one, guys, all right? Moving on, guys. Moving on, all right? I got to go because I got to visit my grandma's. All right, man, you have a good one, man. Bless, all right? Have a good time, all right? Make sure you treat your grandma right. And, yeah, guys, moving on. We got Conor Matthews versus Jose Delgado. Okay, we got Jose Delgado. Look at my notes. Okay, we got Jose Delgado versus Conor Matthews. Both American fighters. They both like to bring it. I think just Jose Delgado just has that grit. He has that ability to take a punch and give a punch. So I'm going to go for Jose Delgado. It wasn't really that hard to pick this one just because, the guy could take a punch, and I think he's going to stand right in the void, right in the pocket, and he's going to give Conor Matthews everything he can get. And I don't think Conor Matthews is going to be there standing at the end of the night, guys. So I'm going to have to pick Jose Delgado if I had to pick someone, okay? So moving on, that is my prediction for that fight, Jose Delgado. Moving on for Rodolfo Vera versus Andrew Petrosky. Mr. Petrosky versus Rodolfo. Okay, who's this guy? Where's the guy with the beard? Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too, man. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good start of your week. And this is UFC fight predictions, okay? But this is another one. This is another one that it was kind of easy for me to pick just because Mr. Petrosky, look, he is good. He has good wrestling, but he just every time I see that guy fight, he always tends to just tire out. You know what I mean? From the first round to the second round, he looks totally different. And then, in the third round, he looks almost exhausted, like he has nothing else to give. So in my opinion, I'm going to have to give Rodolfo this W just because Rodolfo, he just has more experience. You know what I mean? He has an ability to just stay in the fight. And I think Panchowski, he's not going to be there, man. I think he's going to get tired. I think Rodolfo is going to give him everything he can handle. And at the end of the night, I think Rodolfo is the one standing, and he takes this win, guys. That is my prediction. Rodolfo takes this fight, guys. All right, moving on. Guys. We're going quickly through these fight predictions, guys. We got Ismail Bonfin versus Sandy Kav. All right, Sandy Kav. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to say Sandy Kav. I don't like his name. And just for that simple fact, I think that's the reason why I didn't even pick him. But let me see. Let me look at my notes right here real fast. Let me just make sure I did pick Bodfin. Yeah, I did pick Ismail Bodfin. I picked Ismail Bodfin to take this fight. Rodolfo is my middle name. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, man. I apologize. I apologize. I like that. But Ismail Bonfin, I think Ismail Bonfin takes this fight. I think Ismail Bonfin goes in there and he could take it, whether it's striking or if it hits the ground. I believe in him. I have faith in him. So I'm gonna go for Ismail Bonfin for this fight, guys. All right, this one was another easy one for me, man. This fight prediction was another easy one for me. We got Dylan versus Edmund. Excuse me, guys. We got Dylan versus Edmund, and this was an easy one for me because Edmund always goes in there and he delivers. And he just has more experience. Again, he has more experience in that octagon. I don't think Dylan has ever fought anybody like Edmund. Edmund is going to go in there. He's going to put fists to cuffs. He's not afraid to go in the pocket and, exchange punches. And the guy could take a punch, man. The guy, Edmund can take a punch. And I think at the end of the day, Edmund is going to take this fight. He could either take this fight by knockout if, Dylan gives him the opportunity, or, he probably drops Dylan into the ground and finishes him with a submission. Edmund might just finish this with a submission. I'm not sure, but I think if I had to put my money on it, I'm picking Edmund to win this fight, guys. Moving on to this one. This one was another easy one for me. This is a tough one. I mean, not an easy one. This was a tough one for me to predict, because Kelvin Kattar, he is top 10. He's fought the who's who in mixed martial arts. He loves to strike. He's sort of like one-dimensional. He loves to strike. He has power, but as of recent, he hasn't found any success. Maybe it's because he's been fighting the top of the food chain for very, very long. You know what I mean? So I like Calvin Kattar, but he's going against somebody who's really, really tough, and Yosef. And Yosef is a tough son of a bitch. And he's not afraid to stand in the pocket and exchange punches either. The guy is willing to stand in there and throw punches. And you know what? He's very dynamic when it comes to his striking, guys. Yosef is very dynamic when it comes to the striking. And, the difference is that Kelvin Kattar, he's on a, I don't want to say a losing streak, but he's up and down right now. He's up and down, and he's not been very consistent. All right. So, for that, I'm going to have to pick Yosef to take this fight because Yosef is on a winning streak. He's on a tear right now. He's hot. You know what I mean? And he's basically the new guy on the block. And if he could beat Kelvin Kattar, it puts him in a good position to start fighting, the higher ranking individuals. So I'm going to pick Yosef to take this fight. I'm not sure if he goes in there and finishes Calvin Kattar just because Calvin Kattar is hard to finish. That guy, he'll stand in the pocket and he'll get punched in the face multiple times. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? He's looking to knock your head off as well. But I'm going to have to pick Yosef just because he has the cleaner and the crispier striking, and he is on a winning streak, and he's the hot guy right now. New kid on the block. I'm picking Yosef to win this one, guys. All right, guys. The main event. All right, the main event of the evening. We went through this quickly, as quick as possible. I wanted to get through this UFC fight night. All right, because I'm trying to change my record right now. Even though I have a winning record, 29-23 for the year of 2025. I want to break in to that 30. Beyond the 30 mark. I'm hoping I could get all my predictions for this event right. Because if I do, that is beautiful. All right, that is beautiful. But guys, we got Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez. Okay. Like I said earlier, Gregory Rodriguez, fighting out of Florida, Deerfield, Florida, if I'm not mistaken. The guy has been on a tear. He's on a winning streak, okay? He has lost before, but he's on a winning streak right now. He hasn't lost in a while, guys. He hasn't tasted defeat in a while. All right, and Jared Cannonier, he's opposite. You know what I mean? He's tasted defeat. He's been on a, up and down, type of career right now. He wasn't a tear before, but now he's on an up and down, losing, getting knocked out. And, he is older, too. Jerry Cannonier is not a young guy. He's not a young guy. Yo, I'm scared for my boy Zalal. Cater is tough as nails. I believe you, man. Look, Calvin Cater is tough as shit. The guy is, he can stand, like I said, he can stand in the pocket and get punched multiple times, and yet he can still finish you. You know what I mean? But I believe in Yosef. Yosef has the more dynamic striking, so I don't think Yosef has a lot to worry about if he stays, focused, persistent, and he doesn't. If he just stays focused, man, he'll be able to take this fight. All right. He's just too dynamic when it comes to the striking. So I did pick Yosef for this prediction. But going to the main event, man, going back to what I was saying about Jared Cannonier, he's not a young man. You know what I mean? He's had an up and down career now, especially towards the end of his, career. I'm not gonna say his end of his career, but towards the end, as of recent, he's been up and down. And Gregory Rodriguez has put together an impressive win streak. You know what I mean? And every time I see Gregory Rodriguez, I'm always like, man, this guy, I think he's gonna lose. But then he proves me wrong. He always proves me wrong, and he impresses me with every time he steps into the octagon. He shows that he's evolving, and I'm gonna have to go with the guy with the hot streak, man. And I'm gonna pick Gregory Rodriguez to win this fight. All right, it's gonna be a hard fight. It's gonna be a test for Gregory Rodriguez. If he's able to beat Jared Cannonier, either by unanimous decision or by finishing Jared, if he finishes Jared Cannonier, that puts Gregory Rodriguez in a beautiful position. Now, if he goes out there, and gets a decision against Jared Cannonier, that's beautiful as well. You know what I mean? A win is a win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. So I'm going to have to pick Gregory Rodriguez for this one. He beats the number 7 ranked Jared Cannonier. I see Jared Cannonier basically fading. He is older, like I said. So that's my fight night's prediction, guys. I'm going for Gregory Rodriguez. This was a good, from what I'm looking at it, this is a good fight night, man. This is a good free fight night. I appreciate it from the UFC. Thank you to the UFC for putting this together. You know what I mean? Because UFC 312, I was complaining about that one. I thought it was trash. But you know what? It actually surprised me. UFC 312 did surprise me. There were some good, fights there. There were some good pockets in there that, fighters, were very, very entertaining. So I was entertained throughout the night. The main event, not so much. It was a good fight, don't get me wrong, but when you got one guy in there in DDP showing everything he has and the other guy, in Strickland not really wanting to fight, it makes the fight just, that much harder. I mean, it was a technical fight, but it makes for a normal, fight fan to look at that fight and be like, wow, I want to see this fight again. It's not... it's impossible. You're not going to really say that, all right? But that's my UFC fight predictions. This is a good one, guys. Like I said, thank the UFC for this. And that's it, guys. That is about it with UFC fight predictions, okay? I've been on for almost 25 minutes, guys. We could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, all right? Rapid fire, guys, all right? We're basically almost at the 30-minute mark. And at the 30-minute mark, I like talking about whatever it is you guys like talking about. All right, so rapid fire, guys, rapid fire. Let me get a drink here. Cheers to the start of the week, a beautiful start of the week. End of Monday. Monday is always a son of a bitch. Tuesday, you know what I mean? Hopefully it's better. And by hump day, Wednesday, we're beating the shit out of this week. You hear me? So cheers to that, guys. Cheers to that. Although Sean Strickland stayed after broken nose. Yeah, man. I mean, he had no choice. You know what I mean? He really had no choice. You know, if you're one of those guys that like to talk like Sean Strickland does, and you like to talk about, we're gonna die in there, guys. I'm gonna go in there and die, guys. All right, I'm gonna bleed. I'm gonna bleed for you guys. I mean, if you're talking like that, then you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. All right, and unfortunately, DDP made him bleed. DDP broke his nose, and he made him stay in the octagon and be truthful to what he says. And unfortunately, Strickland had to stay in there and be attacked at rapid fire, because I'll tell you what, DDP was attacking him as soon as he saw that he was hurt. What are your thoughts on Cejudo, Font, Cruz, and Barboza? Is it time to hang up the gloves? Damn. Rob Font. I don't know. I don't know about Rob Font. You know what I mean? I know for a fact, you know, that fight with Cruz is not happening, obviously, because Cruz is, you know, his shoulder popped out of place and he's retiring due to it. He just made a glass. No offense to Dominic Cruz. He's phenomenal career, phenomenal mixed martial artist. But, yeah, definitely I'm happy that Cruz, you know, hung it up. It's been time. I didn't even want, oh, damn, I'm bleeding. I didn't even want him to fight Rob Font, but yeah, unfortunately he booked it and he had to pull out due to injury once again. It's probably the dozen time, you know, where Dominic Cruz had to pull out like that. So for Dominic Cruz, I'm happy he pulled out. For Rob Font, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens with him next. He doesn't have to retire. You know, he's always willing to go in there and bang it out with someone. Now, when it comes to Cejudo, I don't think Cejudo needs to hang it up. Cejudo, I haven't really seen Cejudo really get beat up and dominated. Don't get me wrong, Merab did go in there and dominate him in the wrestling and dominate him for that fight. But I'm talking about get really, really beat up where, you know, you're bleeding and you get the type of beating that's gonna, you know, stay with you throughout your career. I haven't seen that with Cejudo. So, you know, Cejudo's next fight is against Danya. I forgot his name, but it's against I forgot. Damn it. Hold on a second. Song Yadong. Sorry about that. I said Dong Yasong. It's against Song Yadong. So, you know, this is going to be a tough match for Cejudo. Got a young guy over there that's going to try to take his head off. But we shall see. We shall see if Cejudo could stay in there and stay in the game. You never know what could happen, right? Let me see. Thoughts on Prime GSV versus Prime Khabib, and what do you think about Tom versus Jones? Let me start from the bottom up. All right, let me start from the bottom up, guys. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. If you are new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. So please, guys, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Do not forget to click that bell notification, okay? Don't forget that either. It keeps us connected in this community. Now, when it comes to John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, I really don't think that fight happens, guys. I really don't think that fight happens. And I think that's part of the reason why John Jones, he teased us. I don't know if you, you know, you follow John Jones on Twitter, but I do. And he teased everybody. He said, hey guys, I have a huge announcement coming out this week. I'll let you guys know in 24 hours. And 24 hours, you know, came and went. And when you went on his Twitter, his big announcement was a sponsorship. A fucking sponsorship, guys, which means the talks with the UFC and Dana White most likely is not even happening anymore, because John Jones told us exactly what he wants. He wants to fight Alex Pereira, you know, in the heavyweight division for that BMF title. But I think the UFC has other plans. They're not going to book that fight. They want John Jones to fight Tom Aspinall, but Tom Aspinall doesn't have a big enough name for John Jones to step in the octagon with him. That's the issue. And that whole heavyweight division is in shambles. And I honestly believe we saw the last time for John Jones fighting in the octagon. So appreciate John Jones for who he is, because he's not fighting in the UFC anymore. You could put my bottom dollar on that one. Now, when it comes to GSP and Prime Khabib, I think, in my opinion, I think Khabib loses that fight. And here's the reason why. I'll give you my reasoning right from the top of my head. GSP, he has the best mixed martial arts wrestling that there is. And not only that, he has some of the best mixed martial arts striking. All right, he has a way of nullifying people who are really, really good at things. When he fought Josh Koscheck was going out there knocking out people. Yeah, he was a wrestler, don't get me wrong, but he also was a knockout artist. He was going out there knocking out people. And what did GSP do? He nullified him by implementing a smart jab. Simple strategy, but he implemented that strategy so well, and he just nullified Koscheck's striking. Now, when it comes to the wrestling, nobody has better wrestling than GSP, especially when it comes to mixed martial arts wrestling. I understand Khabib has tremendous wrestling, but he doesn't have mixed martial arts wrestling. And the reason why I say that, guys, go watch the Alquenta versus Khabib fight. That's how Khabib ended up becoming the lightweight champ and getting the belt, was fighting Alquenta. And if you watch that fight, Khabib was having trouble Khabib was having trouble taking down Alquenta. And the reason why was because Alquenta was smart. He said to himself, well, I know for a fact this guy can't take me down. I'm a good wrestler. And not only that, I'm not going to give him the opportunity to take me down, because I'm not going to put my back against the fence. And that's what he did. And it was very, very hard for Khabib to take down Alquenta. And the reason why is because Khabib doesn't have mixed martial arts wrestling. He has Sambo wrestling, which in Sambo wrestling, or Greco-Roman wrestling, you need to press your opponent against the fence in order to take your opponent down. And Alquenta gave him hell, man. So for that reason, I think GSP outstrikes him, out-wrestles him, and nullifies Khabib by far. What are your thoughts on Cejudo? I already answered that. Cejudo, Font, Cruz, and Barboza. Well, Barboza, he's still fighting. Is it time to hang it up with gloves? Thoughts on GSP? Who is your top 5 GOATs? Well, I already said that. My top 5 GOATs, no particular order. It'll have to be Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva, GSP. What did I say? Well, I said Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva, GSP, BJ Penn, damn, and the 5th will be hard. The 5th is a hard one for me. Probably Randy Couture. Let's go BJ. Yeah, man, I love BJ Penn. He's my favorite fighter. BJ Penn was my introduction to mixed martial arts. The guy was phenomenal. There was nobody that was beating BJ Penn in his prime. I remember when BJ Penn went to heavyweight just to fight Lyoto Machida. If you haven't watched that fight, go watch that fight. I couldn't believe my eyes of how much weight BJ Penn was willing to gain just to fight somebody and prove that he was the best in the world. And he gave Machida hell, I could tell you that much. Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell was awesome at his prime, you know what I mean? But he was a one-trick pony. As well. I like Chuck Liddell. He revolutionized the sport. He really did. But nah, he's not in my top 5. He's not in my top 5, guys. Definitely awesome fighter, but not in my top 5. Have talked about Izzy versus Imrov and what you think he's heading. Imrov, are you talking about where I think Imrov is heading? Is that your question? What's up, Jacob? Hopefully you're having a good one, Jacob. A great start of your week. All right, hopefully you're having a good one. John Jones is the greatest of all time. Yeah, John Jones is. You know what? I can't believe I forgot John Jones on my top 5. Yeah, John Jones, I'm sorry about that. I apologize about that. John Jones takes Randy Couture's spot. I apologize about that. So if I had to go back, yeah, I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. It's Demetrius Johnson, GSP, Demetrius Johnson, GSP, Anderson Silva, BJ Penn, and John Jones. That's my top 5, guys. That is my top 5. I apologize about that, guys. No particular order, but those are the guys right there in my top 5 if I had to choose, okay? Sorry about that. I had a brain fart. Yeah, Imarov and Izzy future. I think Imarov is going to have to wait to fight DDP because I do believe Chimaev is next. And in my opinion, if I had to pick someone right now today, I think Chimaev is going to take that fight. He's going to give DDP everything he has. A lot of people think DDP, you know, he has great wrestling and, you know, all this and that. Look, don't get me wrong. DDP, he's shown to be just phenomenal, all right? Even with, you know, his lackadaisical technique, I still think he's really, really good. Excuse me. I still think DDP is really good. But, man, what Chimaev was able to do, you know, in his recent victory against Robert Whittaker, man, it's hard to bet against him. So I'm gonna have to pick Chimaev, and I think when it comes to Imarov, I don't know who's next for him, but I don't see him beating Chimaev. I just don't. I think Chimaev is too good when it comes to stand up and his wrestling ability and his ability to finish when it hits the ground. What's up, Railroad? What is going on? I haven't seen you in the channel for a while, man. How you been? How you been, Pennsylvania Railroad? Hopefully you're having a good one, man. You've been AWOL, bro. Had to put an APB out for you, brother. Where you been? Fernandez versus Jared Gordon prediction. Jared Gordon. I'm not sure about that one just yet. What card they're fighting on? Jared Gordon? Oh, Jared Gordon. Yeah, Fernandez. Yeah, I'm picking. I did pick my UFC fight prediction, and I did pick Jared Gordon to take that fight. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. But I did pick Jared Gordon to win that fight. I think Jared Gordon just has too much experience. And, you know, Jared Gordon has been showing that he's really, really good. And he's been improving in the octagon. So I'm going to have to pick Jared Gordon. I did pick him for my UFC fight predictions. I did. I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you're doing good, bro. That's good to hear. That is perfect. I'm happy for you. Share your thoughts on why Dagestani fighters are losing. Is the Dagestan run over? No, I don't think it's over, man. I just think that you know, a lot of people are understanding, you know, how to beat their wrestling. You know what I mean? A lot of people are understanding how to beat their wrestling and are starting to understand that when they're going against the Dagestani, it's going to be a hell of a fight. So I think they're just upping, you know, their training abilities, and you know, they don't want to lose against them. You know, and same goes for Dagestanis. They probably, you know, upping their training as well. But yeah, as of recent, you know, they've been losing, unfortunately, guys. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so please, guys, go ahead and do it. And don't forget to click that bell notification, okay? It keeps us all connected, all right? Keeps us all connected, all right? How much brain farts, bro? A lot. I've been having a lot of brain farts. Like I said, this weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's been a really, really busy week for me, really busy weekend for me. And, you know, Monday today has been really, really busy. I've been able to come home, though, relax for like an hour. And now here I am with my fight predictions after watching videos and stuff like that. And, yeah, taking notes. So now I'm here. I'm sorry about my brain farts, guys. I'm sorry about it. But it's getting a little cloudy up here. All right? MMA is evolving. Definitely is, man. Have you seen what the Eagles fan are doing in Philadelphia? No, I haven't seen anything about the Eagles fan. You know what I mean? I'm not into football like that. I'm not into football like that. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm a guy who played Pop Warner for many years. And I did play high school football as well, but I don't watch football anymore, man. That's not a sport that I'm into anymore. I'm just not into it anymore, man. I'm really not. So when it comes to the whole football thing, I don't even watch the Super Bowl. You know, I can't even recollect the last time I watched a football game. And I'm dead serious. You know what I mean? The last football game most likely that I watched was when the Giants beat the Patriots for the last time, when Eli Manning was on that team, okay? And that was it, guys. That was it for me. Cheers to that. People forget MMA isn't that old of a sport. It really isn't. It really isn't. But if you really look at it, you might be thinking UFC is not a is not an old a sport and whatnot. But when it comes to mixed martial arts have been around for a very, very, very long time. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking back in the day. When Jesus Christ was walking around. When Muhammad was walking around, they were doing mixed martial arts, whether it was wrestling or some type of mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? So in general, mixed martial arts has been around for fucking long time, and it's been used for a very long time. So I mean, yeah, yeah. Uh, Kamzat versus Usman. Kamzat shows holes in his game. I don't know about that, man. We need to invent a new martial arts ATM. I don't know. I don't know. What would be the new mixed martial arts? Sayman versus Alexandra Taporia next. How you think the stack up? That might be a good one for Taporia. That might be a good one for Taporia. His last fight just now that just passed, I wasn't that impressed with his performance. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be an ass or anything, but you expect more, especially that Taporia is coming. His record is kind of, when you look at his record, he hasn't really fought high level competition, and when he has fought high level competition or better competition, he's coming to losing end. So, yeah, it's a step up, I think, for him. If you do betting, would you do good? You're good on storing information. Would be a good commentator. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I try. I've been watching mixed martial arts for a long time. You know what I mean? And I've been watching the UFC for a long time as well. I used to watch old school pancreas fights. From very, very long ago, where those fights. Back in the day when I was growing up, I grew up in New York City. So back in the day, I had the opportunity to have a black box. It was called a black box, and it was illegal. It was illegal when my family had it, and you could watch every pay-per-view for free. And every movie that would come out in the theater, you can watch it on the black box. Approximately about it was like maybe a week or two that you had to wait after the movie has came out in theaters, and you could watch it on the black box. So I watched all the movies I can watch. I watched all the pay-per-views I could watch. I watched WWF at the time when it was called WWF, the Attitude Era. I watched all the pay-per-views, all of them. I watched all those pay-per-views. And I also had the opportunity to watch Pancreas in the 90s, before UFC even came. So I've been watching, mixed martial arts for a very, very long time. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you saying that, man. And when it comes to betting, hey, I don't bet, but I do give out my fight predictions, because there are people out there that do ask me for my opinion, and I try to do my due diligence and do my best to give them the very best information that I can, so I can put money in their pockets. You hear me? That's what I meant. Yeah, man. With Marab getting a win over undefeated Omar, I think Ilya would be Islam's toughest match. Yeah, but I don't think that fight happens. I don't think that fight happens, because they both are Georgians. They both come from Georgia, and I believe they're close friends as well. You know what I mean? I don't think they want that fight happening. I think Ilya wants to move up and fight Islam, and we might just get that fight. The UFC might just put on that fight, guys. Yeah, Alex Pereira has been fighting a lot of skinny guys. Yeah, I guess so. I grew up on Glory Kickboxing. You know what? It's funny. I watch Glory Kickboxing as well. Glory is awesome, man. I actually have a channel here on XUMO. It's a cable thing that I have, and I actually have a Glory channel on there. And as of recent, I've been watching the Glory channel, and they have some great events, man. Some great events. Gabriel Bonfin smokes Kai Williams this weekend. That looks like a Rodriguez also smokes Cannonier. Kai Williams. Kai Williams. Hold on a second. I think I pick Mr. Williams. Yeah, man. I understand what you're saying. when it comes to Gabriel. Gabriel has a 75% win rate with submissions. So if Gabriel is able to take down Mr. Williams, you know, he's highly, you know, he's probably going to finish the fight, especially like I said, especially with a 75% submission rate. That means if he takes you to the ground, most likely he's going to finish you by a submission. But every fight starts standing up, man, and I believe in Williams. I think he has, you know, firepower in his hands, and he's going to try his damnedest to keep this fight standing up. And like I said, I'm going against the grain here, you know, with my fight predictions, but I'm going with Mr. Williams on that fight, man. I just think he's going to be able to put his fists on Gabriel's chin and finish him. And now when it comes to Rodriguez, you know, I do pick Rodriguez to be kind of near. I did pick him for my fight predictions as well. Hello, how's your day, man? My day is going good, man. Blessed. My day is going good. I cannot complain. Hopefully yours is going well as well. I think content is golden. Very underrated. Earned a sub. Going to check on your videos and tune into your lives more often. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I try my damnedest. You feel me? I try my damnedest. I can tell you that much. So, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, don't forget to click that bell notification. It takes 0 effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. So go ahead and do that. I appreciate you guys, all right? Thoughts on GFL? Well, you know, everybody got to start somewhere, all right? It's a new organization, all right? And they had to do what they had to do. And right now, you know, they're signing all the people with the big names. Now, do I agree with their signings? No. I think Tony Ferguson should not be fighting. All right? I don't think Tony Ferguson should be fighting. He's got CTE, and if he gets any more damage to his brain, it's going to be a bad look for Tony Ferguson, man. So I don't want to see Tony Ferguson fight. He's one of my favorite fighters as well, but unfortunately, he's on a downfall, 8-fight losing streak. He signed to GFL. I don't know why GFL signs him, but he does have a big name, so he does have a huge fan base, but still, I don't want to see Tony Ferguson fight. And there's a lot of other fighters that I don't want to see fight that GFL did sign. But, hey, you got to start somewhere, and GFL, you know, they're trying to do something different. And I could appreciate that, you know what I mean? I could appreciate that. You know, they're not trying to do the, you know, the regular shit that UFC is doing. So, hey, it might work, it might not. But you got to give it a try. You got to give it a try, and you got to just run with it. So when it comes to GFL, you know what? I'm gonna watch, you know, with a keen eye and see where this goes, because you never know. You never know. This team situation, it might just flourish. You know what I mean? Because I remember back in the day, you know, for Pancreas, there were teams like that too. You know what I mean? There was the Lions Den. There was Team Punishment. There was a lot of teams everywhere. You know, there was the Randy Couture team. There was just teams everywhere, and you know, they were all fighting each other. So it might just bring that, you know, atmosphere back. So you never know. You know, you never know. Good for you. Tony versus Kevin Lee 2 needs to happen. I don't want to see that fight either. You know what I mean? I heard Kevin Lee, you know, recently he got knocked out, or knocked, you know, he got knocked KO'd almost in a sparring match. I did watch the video. He got caught really, really bad. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why I don't like training with people that, you know, I've never trained with, because I noticed that. I noticed, you know, people have a way of doing shit. You know, in the beginning of sparring, you know, you both agree, hey, we're going to throw, you know, 40% of our power. You have 40%, and then you guys hit hands, and then all of a sudden you're in a street fight. You know what I mean? And he's throwing 100%, trying to knock your head off, you know? So that's part of the reason why I don't go to gyms. Most of my injuries came from going to gyms. So I just eliminated myself from going to gyms. And now I surround myself with people, and I train with people who are smart, educated, and we keep each other safe. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's something to consider for Kevin Lee. I tell you that much. Because, you know, going into a gym and getting knocked out like that, that's not good for your career, let alone your brain cells. Do you watch bare knuckle boxing? I did watch bare knuckle boxing. I try to catch some events from bare knuckle. You know, I did watch the recent bare knuckle, the recent event that they had in Philadelphia. It was a very good event, very entertaining, a lot of knockouts, very quick. But that's a brutal sport, man. It's a brutal sport. Not everybody can watch it. And, yeah, man, you got to have a stomach for it, you know? Let me see. I may be kind of late, but Happy New Year's 1987. Yeah, man. Happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year's. Blessed, man. Blessed to you, man. Blessed to you. Blessed to your family. Stay blessed. You hear me? But yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. That's my UFC fight predictions for today, man. My dream cross promotion fight. Any dream cross promotion fights? Uh, let me see. Let me see. Wait till I get my money right. Not really, you know. There's not like from the top of my head. There's not really a fight that would be in my dreams right now that I would want to watch. But I could tell you what. I really wanted to watch Ngannou versus John Jones. I wanted to watch that fight. I wanted to see Ngannou and John Jones. I wanted to see how John Jones would be able to nullify Ngannou's power, because Ngannou just has a way, you know, to just knock your fucking head off. So I wanted to see John Jones nullify that, and how would he operate with that type of power. And not only that, but I also wanted to see if John Jones, you know, would have an ability to take down Ngannou, just because Ngannou, he's shown that he's evolving with his mixed martial arts. You know, his last fight in Ngannou, his last fight, he showed that he can strike and he can take his opponent down and beat his face into the, you know, into the ground. So I really wanted to see that fight, but we're not going to see that fight, unfortunately. John Jones is retiring, and I believe Ngannou, you know, he fights maybe one more time in mixed martial arts, and then he fights maybe two more times in boxing, or one more time in boxing. I think he's going to walk away and ride off into the sunset. Ngannou versus Jones. Yeah, man, that would have been good. That would have been a good one. Damn, what the fuck? The beard's gone. What's good? Yeah, man, the beard is gone, man. Like I said, in this past weekend, on Saturday, I had a big event to go to, so I wanted to look sharp. So I went ahead and shaved, got a haircut. I look good. You know what I mean? You look good, you feel good. I put on a pink button down with some Air Force Ones that were pink, with some black slacks, if you could imagine that. I look fresh as hell. Got many compliments, so it worked out, guys. It worked out. Every time I spar, I only spar with friends, and if it goes over 50, if it goes over 40, 50, 60 power, he gives me $25. That's a good way of doing it, man, just because, you know, there's too many people out there that are trying to be, you know, gym bullies. You know what I mean? They're trying to be gym bullies, and, you know, like I said, they'd be like, oh, yeah, let's only throw 30% power, and then all of a sudden they're throwing 100%. It's like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. It's happened to me more than once, man. More than once. I can tell you that much. And it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? It really does. Ngannou ran 90 miles through the desert with no water. Remember when we used to talk about this? Remember we used to talk about he went through, he rode through the ocean. Remember, he rode, you know what I mean? He actually rode through the ocean on a boat by himself. And then he got to the desert. And he went like 1,000 miles through the desert with no water. And then he went through the jungle, you know, with mud and lions and tigers. Amazing for Ngannou, man. Haircut gotten on point, for real. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, like I said, I had to look sharp. You know what I mean? I had to look sharp, so I went ahead and did the business. You feel me? I went ahead and did the business. From one country to another with no boat. That's crazy. So you tell me he swam? He swam through the ocean with 30-foot waves. This is insanity, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Ngannou is just crazy, man. He really is. Ngannou is crazy. The guy looks crazy. Clean look. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate that. Have you watched last week's UFC card? Talon Teixeira is looking like the new Ryan Ferreira, and also the main fight was very boring, I felt. I agree with you. I actually picked Teixeira to win that fight. He went in there, you know, backed his opponent against the fence, gave him a nice clean elbow, and dropped him with the elbow. It was a good fight, man. The guy, you know, in about 30 seconds, he put that guy away. So Teixeira, you know, he's bringing new life into the heavyweight division, because that heavyweight division needs some CPR. All right, it literally does. That shit is in shambles, literally. So Teixeira is a breath of fresh air for that division, man. Really is. Why don't we see palm strikes in modern MMA like Rutten? I don't think that's allowed, guys. I don't think that type of technique is allowed in mixed martial arts. I think you have to fight with a closed fist. Unfortunately, you have to fight with a closed fist because what they're worried about is they're worried about you opening your hands and poking in the eye. That's basically what they're worried about. So the referees look for closed fists, and if you have closed fists, that's the way they like their striking. I wish dinosaurs were still alive. I want to pet a T-Rex. That would be awesome, man. That would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal, man. I would love to get on a fucking one of those dinosaurs with the long neck. You know what I mean? I like to just ride one right on top of that son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Just ride along with it. That shit will be dope as hell, man. You know what I mean? The type of feeling like you feel like a king. You know what I mean? I'll ride right into New York City with that bitch. The highest difference on those heavyweights, the height difference on the heavyweights, it really is. Usman's brother hasn't done shit. He hasn't, unfortunately, man. He hasn't, unfortunately, but it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? Not everybody is gonna have that championship mentality. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. What do you do for work? Well, I went to school, right? I went to school for audio engineering. So that's what I specialize in. I'm an independent contractor for that, which means I did have my own business, but I ended up going the independent route with a 1090. It's just much more easier than opening a LLC. So I went the independent route. I'm an independent contractor, and then I also do work at a warehouse. Okay, I work during the day, doing my independent work and audio engineering, and I do work in a warehouse as well. About 3 to 4 days a week I work at the warehouse, and about 3 days a week I am doing my independent contract stuff. But yeah, guys, that's what I do for a living, man. You know what I mean? I get paid, you hear me? And yeah, a lot of saving, that's what I'm doing, a lot of saving. But yeah, guys, that's what I do, you feel me? Thoughts on Steve Seagal? He's a dinosaur. But guys, Steven Seagal, he's the guy who, you know what I mean? He's the guy who showed Anderson Silva that up kick. If it wasn't for if it wasn't for Steve Seagal, Anderson Silva wouldn't be able to knock out, what's his name? With the up kick across his chin. Okay? So you guys gotta learn, man. He's still impressive. It's all fun and games until the dino goes against us and invade France. I mean, hopefully not, right? Hopefully not. Brother even still in the UFC? Is Usman's brother even in the UFC? I'm not sure. I think he is, but we haven't seen him fight in a while. You know what I mean? I think he's still in the UFC, but like I said, I think he hasn't fought in a while. So that's that, guys. That is that. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think about Jake Paul, man? Jake Paul thought he was fighting Canelo. He thought he was fighting Canelo, and he posted it all over Twitter, all over his social media, and he had everybody like, wow, is this fight really happening? And then all of a sudden it got pulled right underneath him. Nope, he's not fighting Canelo. You kidding me right now? Jake Paul will get manhandled by Canelo. I don't even think he would land a punch on Canelo. I'm just being real. He would not even land a punch on Canelo. He needs to stop. He does. He really does, man. It's pathetic at this point, guys. Pathetic. But yeah, guys. Man, I need another drink. I might be out of here in the next few minutes, guys. Your top 5 upcoming talents. Who must we have an eye on in 2025? Who we should have an eye on in 2025? Let me see. Who we should have an eye on in 2025. Definitely Chimaev. That's one right there in 2025. I believe he breaks into legendary status by beating DDP. So that's the first one, is Chimaev. That's an obvious answer. Another guy that's really good. this is gonna be another not a guy but a chick, and if the girl who's fighting Angela Hill this weekend, her name is Ketlin Sasa or something like that. Ketlin Sasa. I did pick Ketlin to win against Angela Hill for my fight predictions for this weekend, but Ketlin has an ability, man. And Ketlin is the type of girl. She reminds me of Andrade. You know what I mean? Where she has power in her hands and she's able to win fights. She surprises me every time because I bet against her and then all of a sudden she's knocking out her opponent. And I'm like, what the hell? That fucking girl has power. So look out for Ketlin, man. Look out for the Angela Hill fight with Ketlin. I did pick Ketlin, like I said, and that's another chick that you guys got to keep your eye out on because she has fucking power in her hands, man. She really does, and she has an ability to just stay patient and calm, even in the pocket, man. So look out for Ketlin, man. Look out for Ketlin. Who else? Shit. Maybe Teixeira. Maybe Teixeira, the guy, the heavyweight that we were just talking about. The guy I said he's a breath of fresh air. Look out for him as well. You got to look out for Teixeira. He's one of those guys that he's tall, he's lengthy. He's proved that his last pay-per-view that he can knock out his opponent. Whichever way. So look out for him as well, man. Those right there, the names that I just said. Look out for those guys for sure. Paul can't pay off Canelo. Yeah, he can't pay him off, man. Too much money. I don't even know how Paul has a fan base. That shit baffles me. It's fucking people who don't really know anything about fighting. You know what I mean? That's basically what that is. People who are looking for just an entertainment aspect of shit. And they know nothing about fighting. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. Excuse me. Would you bang Wei Lee? I already said this, guys. If you watch my live play-by-play for UFC 312, I did say that if I ever seen Wei Lee, I'm gonna have to take her out on a date. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to take that muscle right out on a date and show her my muscle. You feel me? Yeah, man. Wei Lee is a little cutie, man. She's a little cutie. She could get it. Man. She's a little cutie. I can tell you that much. He is not beating DDP. Sorry, mate. DDP has African Sagama magic. Yeah, man. If you say so. I like DDP. Don't get me wrong. Hey. I like don't attack me. You know what I mean? I like DDP. I like his ability. But I pick Chimaev to win that fight, man. And when Chimaev gets into that octagon and proves me right, hopefully me and you can have a conversation. But I definitely think Chimaev can take that fight. Wei Lee gonna flip you. Yeah, man, maybe. If she flips me, I wouldn't mind, you know what I mean? Just as long as I'm able to make contact with her skin, you know what I mean? And she allows it, you know what I mean? As long as she allows it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind at all. You know why? Because I'm not trying to pull anybody, into a bathroom stall against their will like Conor McGregor, guys. I'm not that type of person. But if she wants to go ahead and, get in close contact with me and, drop me to the ground, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind, just as long as, my body makes some type of contact with Wei Lee. You hear me? You feel me? Wei Lee picked up Ngannou. Hey, guys, Wei Lee picked up Shaquille O'Neal. Let's not forget that one, all right? He's a big son of a bitch. Yeah, man, she's powerful, man. She's powerful, so which means she could probably pick me up, all right? And she most likely will. And if she does, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Who cares? Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Go ahead and pick me up. Pick me up on your shoulders, baby. All right? Pick me up whichever way you want to, baby. Woo! I'm down for it, man. What? Pick me the hell up. Shit, show me some new moves I've never done in the bedroom, Wei Lee. Please. I beg you. But gonna pull guard on Wei Lee. Hell yeah, I might do more than pull guard. Are you kidding me? I might, just be like, put me in a triangle choke. Wei Lee, go right ahead. I'll give her the triangle choke. Just put me in between your legs, Wei Lee, please. What? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Do you watch the NBA? No, I definitely don't. The only NBA I do watch, I'm not going to lie, is I watch the Knicks. That's my favorite team. I'm a Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since they never won. You know what I mean? Since the day I was born, I was a Knicks fan, unfortunately. I was born in Manhattan, New York. So how does that make me not a Knicks fan? I have to be a Knicks fan because I live so close proximity to Madison Square Garden, guys. All right, I remember walking across that building, seeing that building, and wanting to go into that building, but I never been in that building. But guess what, guys? Guess what? Soon I will go into that building, and if not, I will go to an event with the Knicks, regardless. Maybe in the playoffs. Maybe this year in the playoffs if they go against Orlando, because Orlando, I think they will make the playoffs and whatnot. So if they go against Orlando or somebody close to here, like maybe I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know, but if New York Knicks, you know, get close to the South, I think I'll take a trip and watch a Knicks game. You know what I mean? But that's the only team I watch. You know what I mean? I'm not really into the NBA like that at all. But I do watch my Knicks. Damn, she picked up a Big Shaq also. Yeah, man, she picked up Big Shaq, man. She picked him up, man. She picked him up. I'm dead. Yeah, man, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, guys, I've been on for an hour and some, guys. Hour and some, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. So please, guys, go ahead and do that. And please do not forget to click that bell notification, okay? It keeps us all connected, all right? I'm trying to build this community and be in a consensus, you feel me? So go ahead and do that, all right? Go ahead and do that. I took out equity on my house to shorten my 3-year plan I've been complaining about. Yikes. Oh, fuck. Well, hopefully, you know, hopefully it was the right decision, you know what I mean? Just because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? But to each their own, you know, everybody has their own strategy and they live their own life, and, you know, people have different projections of what they want to do. So, yeah, man, it's all perspective. So hopefully it works out for you. Hopefully this was a great decision by you. And, yeah, hopefully it shortens up your plans there. You know what I mean? Me, I'm sticking to my plans. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm ahead of schedule, you know, even though things are ever so changing every day, every week, every month. But I'm sticking to it. And, yeah, man, I can't complain, man. Over here, I can't complain. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, guys. Yes, yes. Anything else, guys, before I get out of here, man? Before I get out of here. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, anything else? Have a good one, brother. For sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. You have a good one too, man. Hopefully you have a great week. You know what I mean? And hopefully it's been a good week. You know, a good start of your week. All right? So bless, man. Bless. Bless and more blessings, guys. But yeah, guys, I need a drink. I need a drink. I got to get more. I'm a little dry. I'm a little dry right here. I'm going to need to get a drink here soon, man. It's hard to talk for an hour straight, man. It really is. It's hard to talk for an hour straight without a drink, man. You need a drink. And I need one right now. I'll tell you that. But anything else, guys? Rapid fire, guys. Anything else? Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Who is Tom Aspinall going to fight, guys? Is Tom Aspinall going to fight anybody? Because I know he's not fighting John Jones. And the heavyweight division is in shambles. So who is Tom Aspinall going to build his name off of? How about that? How about I throw out that question? Have you noticed how Israel and Kamaru championship run was so similar? Yeah, it really was. It really was. It was very, very similar, actually. But, you know, as far as I see it, you know, Israel Adesanya wasn't ducking anybody. And in my opinion, Kamaru Usman was ducking Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad should have fought Usman a long time ago. But For some odd reason, he didn't want to fight him. And I think the reason why he didn't want to fight him is because he believed that Belal Muhammad would be a tough matchup. And Belal Muhammad has shown that he's a tough matchup for everybody, especially what he was able to do to Leon Edwards. Did you see that? Can you imagine what Belal Muhammad would have done to no-knee Kamaru Usman? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Pure domination. Fight night in the future compared to last card. Fight night in the future compared to last card. What do you mean? What do you mean fight night of the future compared to last card? You talking about this Saturday? This Saturday's fight night compared to Saturday's event? Is that what you're asking me? I wish Nate comes out fight happened. You out of your mind, man. You out of your mind. The UFC had to pull that one away from Nate because Nate would have just been manhandled. Are you kidding me right now? Man, Nate would have. Oh man, I'm happy that fight didn't happen and he fought Tony Ferguson instead. Because whoo, man, Chimaev would have strangled him, thrown him around the octagon, and then thrown his body into the front row table, WWE style, right in front of DC and Joe Rogan. I'll tell you that much. Oh, no. Oh, no. Remember Strickland getting dominated by Kamaru would make a fun rematch. Man, that was a domination by Kamaru Usman. It really was. I don't know if that would be a good matchup for, Usman to come back to. But we shall see. We shall see when Usman comes back because he's busy doing his pound-for-pound podcast with Henry Cejudo. And, he's doing big things. He's doing big things over there, with his pound-for-pound thing. So I don't even think he wants to fight. I don't even think he's looking for a fight, to be honest. The last fight night had a fire card compared to previous cards that's better than 312 card. I agree. I agree with you 100%. I said 312 would just underperform and it would suck. But you know what? UFC 312 did surprise me, guys. It really did. It brought some good fights. There were pockets in there that I was entertained, man. So it was some fights in there that were good. It wasn't the best card in the world, especially for a pay-per-view. It could have been a fight night, to be honest with you. But hey, it was good. It was a good card. It was a good card. Not a great card. Definitely not worth the $79.99. Definitely wasn't. You know what I mean? I did call my my credit card company as soon as the event was done. I called my credit card company and I disputed the charges. I disputed the charge and I said, I don't know who the hell ordered that shit. UFC 312, I would have never ordered that. And got my money back, guys. I did get my money back. You hear me? So, yeah, man, disputed the shit out of that one. Henry Cejudo is fighting Song Yadong. Yeah, he is fighting Song Yadong. It's going to be a good test for Song Yadong. It's going to be a good test for Henry Cejudo to see if he's able to still, fight, some high-level, up-and-coming competition. If he's able to get the W, I say stick into the UFC. But if he loses by, if he loses to Song Yadong, I think Henry Cejudo should reconsider his positioning in mixed martial arts. That is the truth, guys. That is the truth. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking truth. I'm being truthful right now. I'm with the credit agency. I'm calling White House. I don't give a shit, guys. I could give a damn, guys. You're damn right. I'm telling you the truth, okay? And I don't give a damn who knows, all right? I called the fucking credit card company. My credit card company, I disputed it, got my money back, and yes, I did, okay? The fucking card was not worth $79.99, all right? It just wasn't, guys, okay? So I disputed it, got my money back, okay? I don't give a damn. Even Donald Trump and the White House would be on my side on this one, okay? All right? That is a point blank period. Who is coaching Tough next season? Look, guys, I already told you guys. It should have been Strickland versus Adesanya, and Strickland and Adesanya should have been the coaches on The Ultimate Fighter. I'm going to die on that motherfucking hill. All right, but the UFC never listens to me. So instead, they put Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen as the Ultimate Fighter coaches. Who's going to watch that shit, okay? I'm probably going to watch 1 or 2 episodes just to see how entertaining it is or entertaining it isn't, all right? But as rumor has it, what's his name? Colby Covington is going to be one of the assistant coaches for Chael Sonnen. So I do want to watch that. I want to see how entertaining it is. But as soon as I see just it being lackadaisical, I'm not going to watch any more of it, all right? I cannot believe DC and Chael Sonnen got the opportunity to fight, to be coaches on The Ultimate Fighter, but it is what it is. The UFC is just, doing whatever the fuck they want to do, because at this point, they understand that this fan base, they're going to watch whatever, they're going to buy whatever, and they're going to buy the tickets, whether the tickets are $1,000 or not, okay? Why buy the card when you can stream it? I hear you. I hear you guys, you know what I mean? But, when you do live play-by-play, I don't want to be there, fighting with the stream, you know what I mean? Because I know sometimes with the stream will cut you off. And, the stream, you got to freaking re-upload the stream. And I don't want to be doing that while I'm doing a live play-by-play. It's just not a good look. So, yeah, I just go ahead and purchase the card, especially when I do live play-by-plays like that, because I don't want no interruptions on my live stream when I'm doing the live. You hear me? So that's the reason why I ended up purchasing, that UFC 312 and ended up, reconsidering that and calling the credit card company and disputing that and getting my fucking money back, guys. All right? You got to be smart, guys. You got to be smart. You got to be ahead of the curve. You hear me? Ahead of the curve. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm about to get out of here. It's been a while. Wow, I've been out here for longer than what I thought. Honestly, guys, this was supposed to be a quick UFC Fight Night predictions, and then I turned it into something else, which I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? If you're not new to the channel, I appreciate you. Do not forget to click that bell notification to keep us all connected. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys, so go ahead and do that, all right? What are your bases for the dispute? Well, my basis for the dispute was I don't know who the fuck made that credit card purchase, all right? And usually I told them, I look at my credit card history. I have never made any pay-per-view purchases with my credit card, all right? It's always been debit, all right? So for this UFC 312, I thought ahead of time, and I told myself, you know what? Look, guys, look at my past history purchases. I never purchased pay-per-views on my credit card. It just doesn't happen, you know what I mean? So I don't know who did that. Unfortunately, somebody stole my information, so I went ahead and cut the card. I need another card sent to my house ASAP. And guess what, guys? It's here. It's here already. That quick, guys. That's how great my credit card company is. And I got my money back, baby. Got it back. Make an MMA podcast, please. I'll follow. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would do an MMA podcast. I just don't like doing editing. You know what I mean? That editing bullshit, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people out there that they like editing their videos and putting it out there, but I love talking and I like doing it live. It has like this type of feeling, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people could do it. Not a lot of people could really get on, alive and do their thing. You know what I mean? They have to edit shit and, make themselves smart, make themselves sound smart when they really aren't. So like me, I like doing the live thing. It's a different type of feel. But if, the opportunity, arises and, yeah, maybe I'll do the podcast thing, but I'm trying to build this community before anything, guys. I have to build this community and show progression. And as soon as, this thing, gets off of the ground, I'll think of other possibilities, But right now, I'm sticking to what I know and what I love best, and that's doing lives, man. That's what I enjoy. Honestly, guys, that's what I enjoy. But guys, that's it, man. I'm out of here. I've been out here long enough. It's already Tuesday, guys. It's a shame. I know DDP can get you an interview. Man, I wish I could have many guys, you know what I mean? Like DDP. I like to have DDP. I like to have Chimaev. I like to have even Colby Covington. You know what I mean? I like to have Colby Covington. I would love to have, a lot of the older guys too, like Randy Couture, pick their brains up apart. I like to have Dominic Cruz, because Dominic Cruz is a great commentator. I would like to have Paul Felder, great commentator as well. Even Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping, the Believe You Me podcast. That's an amazing podcast. I do watch it. Amazing podcast. Congratulations to Michael Bisping to have a tremendous career after his, illustrious freaking MMA career. You know what I mean? It's awesome. But yeah, man, I would love to have all those guys. And if not, man, hopefully I can get, hopefully I can get this off of the ground where, I do get noticed by these, these great people in the MMA community, and they invite me to do their podcast. That would be even better. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Have you ever attended UFC card live? I have never attended a UFC card live. I almost went to the UFC Tampa for the Kobe Covington and the Buckley fight. I almost got that card. I was this close to going, but I decided not to go to that because I did have an event to go to that same very weekend. And I just didn't want to double book, you know what I mean? So I haven't gone to a UFC event at all, but I'm hoping in the future I can go, man. I'm hoping I can go, and yeah, man. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Do not forget to click that bell notification, and it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. So please go ahead and do it. Support the channel, okay? Let's all stay connected, all right? But I'm out of here, guys. You know the next thing I'm going to say is bless. Until next time.